Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Less Stress Lifestyle. My name is Marvin, and today I want to share with you something which I think is really important to understand when it comes down to reducing your stress levels long term. Now, I know a lot of people who are watching this channel, or generally, not just people who have a ton of work to do, but we always shift with our mind into the future, right? Like, I have to do this. This is important. I need to do this. I need to worry about my taxes coming up. I need to do this. I need to earn enough money, because if not, I'm cannot maybe not providing enough lifestyle, or a high quality lifestyle for my family, and I cannot provide for them. I cannot. Whatever it is in your mind, just forget this for a second. And I want to encourage you, and it's not easy done, but I want to encourage you to ask yourself a simple question all the time. Is it really that important? Is it important? And the answer, if you're really starting to be honest to yourself, you will realize that the answer is pretty often no. Not in this moment. It might be in the future, and for the future, that you have to do certain work right now, that you have to do certain things to get somewhere. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to encourage you to not doing anything, but what I do want you to encourage to is that you realize that you only have this moment. And if the thought about the future is bringing up worries inside of you, and have you worrying about it, and stresses you, or the worry is stressing you, basically said, then you should really overthink that. Is it really that important that I right now, in this present moment, I worry so much about something that hasn't even took place in this present moment, and will probably, who knows, may or may not take place in the future. And it sounds so simple, and it actually is, as soon as you start to do this constantly. But you have to do this constantly. This is one of the questions I always ask myself. Well, not always, but especially in the last couple of weeks, I constantly asking myself, this is really that important that I have to write a blog article every week, that I have to put out a video every other day like I used to. What does that mean? Stuff like that. And when you do this, a lot of times when you go through that, I want to encourage you to, as soon as you ask this question, you will realize that most of the time it's not really important to do this right now. If it stresses you, and this stress comes from worries about what might or might not be happening in the future. I hope you get the idea. I hope you can follow. But my point is basically, get away from worries of the future and bring it back to the present moment. And this question for me is really powerful, because it brings back awareness, it brings back my thoughts to the present moment, and it gives you clarity about your actions and what really makes you happy. Because this is another question in combination with that I'm asking is, does it make me happy, and is it important? And if it's important, it should be important only most of the time, what makes you happy. Don't get me wrong, again, there are certain tasks you have to do, there are certain tasks, and you have certain responsibility for maybe kids in your life. And honestly, I don't have kids. I cannot feel for them. I cannot feel for you, but I can feel for friends who I've been talking to. And I know this is a lot of responsibility, but maybe you can make a compromise for yourself when you ask this question, is it really that important right now? Maybe it's not. And maybe it can also be done in maybe in 2 hours, or maybe in the next day, because if you're constantly putting yourself a timeline and, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, and if I'm not doing this, this not going to be realized again, the future, in the future, and I'm gonna get broke and I'm gonna end up, like, we're getting so crazy up in here that we forget about this year. Like, what really matters is the heart and the present moment. And a lot of worries, and if this is what I want to point out, my last point, when you go through this process, I encourage you to also look back. When you look back, you will realize that a lot of these worries you had about the future, they solve themselves. If you're constantly working on yourself, if you're doing this, but again, realize that you only have this present moment. We should bring in this present moment joy, we should bring fulfillment, we should bring everything what our heart and our gut is telling us. There's a reason this is happening, and there's a reason that your heart and your gut is telling you maybe you shouldn't be working right now. Maybe you should spend time with your kids instead and use this moment with them. Or maybe you should go for a walk, and then maybe after this 20-minute walk, when you recovered a little bit, you will realize, yes, right now I feel energized, right now I can do this, right now I can work, right now I can go back to work. Sorry, it's a little bit late here. But anyway, these are my controversial thoughts, you can call them, for the day, or for the night, better said. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that helps a few people out there who are listening to that right now. How do I know that this is working? I tested it on myself. I always have been and still am, to the present moment, a person who is constantly shifting to the future, and I'm still learning to bring my thoughts back to the present moment. But I think this is super important that we realize that we only have this present moment, and we should make the best out of it. Enjoy the present moment, take care of your future, yes, but not on the cost of the present moment, because then you will end up in a stressed relationship with yourself, in a stressed relationship maybe with your environment, with people you love. Maybe they get hurt by that emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever it is, and we can avoid that. And this is the reason why I'm doing this video. So hope you're doing very fine. If you right now at this point where you might be struggling with your stress in your life, and you want to be feeling energized and balanced in your life again, and you want to create a reduced stress lifestyle for yourself, where you balance your body basically completely out, and you feel the energy and you feel the mental clarity, but also the physical energy, and everything comes together, then I'm the right guy. I have a 45-minute free consultation for you to offer, where we looking specifically at your situation, from a nutritional perspective, from a sleep quality perspective, from a fitness perspective, and we bring everything together. And I'm really sure if you're at this point right now where you're confused, where you don't know where to start, I'm the right guy. Let's have a talk. I'm looking really forward to talk to you on the phone very soon. Other than that, give this video please a thumb up if you like what you heard. Share this with a friend if you want to, and hit the notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I have to think all the time of so many things to say, but in the end, honestly, I'm just here to help you and to give you as much value as possible. So I'm looking really forward to the next video. I don't know when it's going to take place, but it's going to take place, that's for sure. Whenever my heart and my gut is telling me to do so. So I'm learning right now. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I hope you do the same thing and take your time for yourself, for your stress, and take care about your mental and emotional health. Other than that, see you in the next video. Bye.